Hello everyone and welcome back to El Jefe N Scale, and here I am to show you how to run a N scale train under a tree and some of the concerns I have and things to look out for. So first of all, what I found to be most suitable as far as a track radius, what was available to me and some of the leftover track I have, is this is I believe 13 point something inch radius curved track here, Kato, and it gives me a decent 27-inch loop around the tree here. I was playing around with, I do have other spare track left over from my other layouts. I was playing out with some other straights and curves to make a more elaborate layout, but the main concern I came up with was when I increased the area of the circuit here, I would have more of an issue with the main enemy of N scale, which is hair and detritus, possibly getting onto the track and getting into the trucks and gearing of the locomotives. And being that I'm working with rolling stock that I use as daily runners on my other layouts, I didn't want to mess up the gearing and the mechanisms and all that sort of thing. So I had to do this on a real budget this year. I would have loved to do an HO or possibly even O scale layout under the tree, but it just wasn't in the cards this year, so I had to go with what I had to work with. So I spent about a total of $30 to get this circuit going under the tree. I have back here, I picked up from my local train store yesterday, a power pack throttle. I believe it's a vintage older Bachmann. I picked this up for $9, and I just kind of spliced that into a Kato feeder terminal. And so yeah, I got this up and running pretty cheap running my existing rolling stock. I'm definitely not going to be throwing any Kato locomotives or anything like that on here. But here's the tree. Normally I go with real trees, but this year I needed to keep things a little simpler, and I went with an artificial tree. I picked up pre-lit for $40 yesterday. So there's the tree, and there's the circle layout. And again, I'm going to be messing around and playing around with rolling stock on this thing, but to show you the kind of things I'm going to be working with, just so I'm not putting any of my nicer locomotives in jeopardy. Or I have a Unitrack 060, I forgot the make, but it's a 060 tank engineer and a 060 Plymouth. So these are the locomotives in addition to the Bachmann F7 you currently see running on the track. I'm going to be running on this Christmas tree layout. And I'll be, rotating and playing around with the rolling stock behind these locomotives. But for now, this is the main thing. N scale is really, really kind of small to be running under a tree. And again, I'm pretty on top of my floors. I vacuum daily, but I really feel the need to run the smaller vacuum head around this track daily, just to keep the train dog hair and stuff like that off of the track to not foul up these locomotives. So there's that, guys. And also at the end here, I just wanted to show you my 6-foot long Orange County layout. Just wanted to quickly show you how I stow that, because at this time I have no trains set up in the man cave here. So this is the front half of the board, standing vertically in the closet, and you can see up close, like for example, see the little N scale person there standing sideways like Inception style. Looks pretty odd, but again, everything on the layout's locked down, nothing falls off or anything. And on this side, is the back side of the layout. So you can see all the wiring and the, let's see, some holes for the pegs to match up to make the two boards and sides together. So this is how we make all this go away. And here's the bed. Oh, I forgot to show you this is the L frame that the layout is supported by, in addition to the other end being supported by the headboard of the bed. And also what's kind of cooler is I'm liking are these little N-scale storage cases. I got these off Amazon. They're kind of like a laminated cardstock, and they have the properly cut foam inserts and everything, so those do work well for storing my locomotives and rolling stock. And this is my docked laptop, which I connect to a 43-inch, which works very well as a monitor. So this is a situation I do all my video posting from. Alright guys, well thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your viewership, and stay tuned for a future video. But again, give an N-scale little layout under your Christmas tree a shot. It's worth it. You just gotta be careful about a couple things. Okay guys, have a good night.